every now and then, manufacturers just get things right. Whether it's an engine, a chassis, whole thing, whatever. And this bike is really, really right. It was always going to be right because the engine at the heart of it, Yamaha's CP2, which is their twin-cylinder cross-plane crank engine, has just been kind of wowing us for ages. It's that kind of engine where, seriously, they could probably put it in a Harley Davidson and then run over Valentino Rossi and drop it on Guy Martin's head, and people will still love this engine. It's fantastic. In the MT-07, it's great. In the Tenere 700, it's great. This is the new Tracer 700. And it's just, it's kind of, there's a lot of styling changes on it. It's now got the sort of the front end look of Yamaha's R series sports bikes. There's a kind of element of old TDM 850-900 in it as well. And it's got kind of, so the styling's changed. It's got slightly wider handlebars, different screen, slightly different clocks. They've revised the suspension. It's now got rebound damping adjustment at both ends. It's got some decent tyres on it now, which makes a big difference as an OE thing. But fundamentally, it's the same simple, no frills sports touring motorbike. It's got no traction control, no rider modes. It's got ABS. It's a really simple bike to ride. It's just everything's designed to be really easy. The riding position's been changed a little bit as well. It's just been kind of, they've just tweaked the relationship between the handlebars and the seat. It's a really comfy bike to ride. We've done 250 kilometres today, so it's 150 miles. It's, we haven't ridden for ages, probably an hour at a time before stopping. It's a really comfy thing to ride. The engine is just lovely, as it always is. This is now Euro 5 compliant. Yamaha have managed to make it Euro 5 compliant without changing the power or the torque. It makes the same power and torque as it did before. It's got all manner of extra catalytic converters. You can see there's a catalytic converter down here now, makes it heat up quicker, which means it makes it more effective, more efficient. They've changed the gearing on it as well. It's now got a slightly bigger rear sprocket, so it sort of accelerates a bit more sharply. It means it's revving slightly higher at motorway speeds, and it may have an impact on ultimate top speed. But overall, it means the whole bike just kind of accelerates really, really cleanly. Really, it fires out corners. And that's the whole thing with this. You can ride it in a really kind of sporty, fun sort of way. It's comfy. You can ride it as a sort of distance bike. The screen's not great, but it's okay, and it's better than no screen. It's a whole load of fun. It's easy to ride it. You can commute on it. It's low, it's light. There's a whole load of stuff that you want from a bike. And it just seems to sort of do it all really well. Unlike the old Tracer 700, it's a decent price. I think the list price on this is 7.7, so it's a reasonable price. It's a few hundred quid more than the old one, and there's lots of nice sort of quality touches on it. These kind of handguards are really nice. It's the kind of levers and all the little stuff that matters. It's just really well put together. It's got rubber coated pillion handles. It's just lots and lots of little touches that really sort of make a difference, which is great, and all those kind of things matter. But what really matters is what it's like when you ride it, and when you ride it, it's just great. And it's a strange, how can you say every bike's great? Motorcycles are brilliant, we love them, but this is. It's just got that kind of fun thing, and the best way to sum it up, when we go back, I was talking to one of the other journos here, and the way I summed it up said, well, it's Yamaha, and that's Yamaha have got this sort of, they do things differently, and you get on the bikes and they just make you smile. It's in dealers end of February. There is an A2 version as well, which I think will be around sometime middle of March. There's all sorts of accessory packs for it. There's a touring pack, which has got a taller screen and panniers. There's an urban pack, which has got top box, and then there's a more of a sporty pack, which has got sort of side grips and various kind of other cosmetic accessories. But the gist of it is the basic bike's great, and I think you work out what your focus is and talk to your dealer. What more can I say? I just think it's a great bike. In the Tenere 700, it's great. In the old Phaser 700, it was equally good. This is the new Tracer 700. I just said Phaser 700, didn't I? In the new, this is the